Morning, guys.
Morning.
How's everybody this morning?
Good. Here.
So earlier in our launch with the drivers, we talked about it was a share. Actually, I called it a safety share yesterday, and actually I put it down in my book as a near miss. So I would like John, if you'd please take us through what that goings on was yesterday out here in the lot.
Well, what had happened was I was switching out the appliance box, and before I got ready to leave, asked Gary to try to level it off a little bit with the forklift because it seemed a little high. And as soon as he touched the tried to push on the first bail, it completely knocked the rotator head off the assembly.
Okay, so where were you when this happened?
When it happened, I was still in the truck dropping the empty box. And then when I saw what had happened, I parked the truck off to the side and climbed up to on the box.
Okay, so John is, just to paint the picture, John's straddling the front of the box up top. He's sitting on the ledge, okay? Did you have all your PPE on? No. Okay. Jimmy, why would it matter if you had your PPE on or not? What should he not have been doing?
Not be on top of that box like that.
Okay. So where would we coach each other on that?
On the ground. Have a little meeting before you started.
Okay.
Safety briefing. Yeah.
Okay. So how about that box being too high? Where should somebody have coached when that box was being loaded? Peel it back, guys. Where could we have started the coaching?
As soon as you realized it was too high and there was something wrong with the box.
Okay.
I mean, if they're not around there watching them load it, they're not going to see or be able to coach them, but they can coach them after the fact and let them know that's not appropriate.
Right. So that's a great point, Joey. So if we would have coached at that point, would it ever got to the point that it got to?
Nope.
Where John made a decision that,
A poor decision.
okay, if that's the word, that's fine.
It was a poor decision.
Yeah, flat out, I mean,
Yeah.
call it out. So in those instances, guys, I read something real interesting yesterday. It said that it's better to have a coworker angry at you than it is to visit them in the hospital. What does that mean, Jimmy?
You talk to him before he does it.
Okay. So what's the importance of coaching each other and calling each other out?
Prevent stuff from happening.
Make sure everybody goes home at night.
Okay. So next time that a situation is going on, and they go on every day, right? What are we going to do with our friend? Because at the beginning it was just John out there, and then in the end there was actually 5 of us that were there. Because I could see this out my window, Jimmy, and I couldn't tell what was going on. It looked to me like John was being picked up on the forklift and set up on top of that box. Then I saw the head come off. Joey had his bump cap on, but I couldn't tell because his bump cap looks like a baseball cap. And who was standing in my office? Because I grabbed a hard hat and I went screaming out there, and I'm like, holy crap, you know.
In your shorts.
So it's... So what's the takeaway from this morning's share and or near miss?
Call each other out before we do something stupid.
What could have happened when that head fell off?
Could have hit John in the head.
Could have came down. I mean, even getting it out of there, it almost came down several times.
Yeah.
I mean, it was unsafe the whole time.
Falling off.
So then we had how many people, Joey, working on that?
4. I mean, it could have ruined the equipment. If there wasn't people around to help, we could have been in trouble.
I thought there was 5.
Either way, Jimmy, 4, 5, 6, or 7.
Yeah.
At that point, you got everybody involved. So
I could see it when I was down on the ticket went all the way across there.
then the importance of coaching each other and calling each other out. So let's think about that. Let's make sure we're thinking before we engage our actions. Okay, and let's have a great and safe day.